HTTV with Illingworth and Gregory. Naki, it's a few days after the semi-final win at Hillsborough. Has it sunk in yet, or can you still not believe it?
Yeah, slowly but surely it's sinking in. Every day goes by, obviously we get closer and closer to Wembley, so it's becoming more of a reality. And yeah, we're still on a bit of a high, and we're just getting our heads around getting prepared for Wembley.
Preparation has already started here in Portugal. How influential could it be coming out here and getting away from everything around Huddersfield just for a few days?
Yeah, I think it was a great idea to get away as a group, to continue our work process, but also to spend time with important ones and family, and try to keep that bond as strong as we can going up into the biggest game of our lives. So it's a great idea. We get away from all the press and the hype back in England. We all want to stay grounded and focused and together, and I think this is the good thing about this trip.
And it really helps having the families here as well, because the next game could not only change your life but your family's life.
Yeah, we understand that this could be life changing for thousands of people. From our footballing careers to our families and friends. And people within the town of Huddersfield. So it's massive. We understand what how huge it is and how big it can be in a positive way if we go on to win, and that's what we're looking to do.
You started in both of the semi-finals. What was it like to play mentally, because they were both really tight and very emotional games, weren't they?
Yeah, a typical game against Sheffield Wednesday. It's one of them where you're not gonna win comfortably. You're not gonna get beat comfortably, but every second is a difficult second in the match. Credit to them, they made it really tough for us, and just to come from behind in that manner was fantastic. And we knew it once we got back in the match, that it was only going to be one winner, and I thought we might have pinched it, but because our fitness levels were higher than theirs. But we went the toughest way, and I think emotionally that's the best way you can possibly win a semi-final.
You mentioned the fitness levels just there. How important have they been over the whole season? Because I know there's been a lot of emphasis on it with the coaching staff throughout the year.
Yeah, I mean, the credit goes out to our performance enhancers, John Iger and staff members who have done their part in and keeping us as fit and healthy as we can do, and obviously the regime and scheduling from the manager and understanding that fitness is a big part of how he wants to play football and how he wants us to be. And it's proven costly, because that's probably our strongest attribute, and we know we do have that. If you go to extra time and later parts of games, we have that upper hand. So hopefully, thankfully it played its part, and hopefully we don't actually need it, and we can win in 90 minutes, come Monday.
The equaliser, was that your goal? Was it an own goal? Come on, talk us through it.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, I didn't know it. I didn't even know it was a deflection, because I got a touch, but as I fell after I got the touch, I couldn't see what happened after. I looked over and it was going into the net, so I didn't have any doubt that it wasn't my goal until after I seen the replay. So it hit me and then hit him, but I was quite surprised I didn't get it, because I got the first contact, which was going towards goal. Then he took the net contact, and I thought the rules of the game say if it's going on target, it's your goal. But rather not they gave it to me mentally. It's a goal I've scored, but more importantly is a very important goal, regardless of who scored it. It's just another goal in my eyes. And
the penalty shootout at the end. Talk us through what you think when you're obviously going from the halfway line to the penalty spot. In a crowd and atmosphere like that, it must be really hard to kind of focus in on where you want to put it.
Yeah, you do, but we all stepped up and took one in training that morning. Obviously, you can't replicate that, that particular moment, but you can try to prepare as well as we can. We said, look, pick your side, stick to it. As you can tell from all our penalties, there wasn't any doubts in our mind. There wasn't any issues with picking our sides, and we just went with a bit of power and accuracy. And 45 went in. Unfortunately, Jacks didn't, but it was also a good save, to credit to Kieran Westwood, and also big credit to Danny Ward, who who done well and saved 2 important penalties for us. But it was a really nerve-wracking moment. But I went into it as comfortable and calm as I probably could have ever been, and thankfully I put it in the net.
And it's obviously Reading in the final. You've played at Wembley before. Will you be helping some of your teammates kind of get used to the occasion and the atmosphere from the finals that you've played in?
Yeah, I mean, also, not only myself, we do have some other experienced players in Hudson and Dean Whitehead who have been there, of 2 that I can think of offhead. I've been there twice, so I'd try to bounce off any experience in which I have a go and just try to show the other foreign players and locals as well, young players, that the importance of this and what it's like and the media surrounded it and the severity of the game to really understand what we're going to. But like I said, we're a really good, humble group, and we understand what it is. We understand this isn't just a day out, a fun day out. It's the game of our lives, so we will do everything in our power to prepare right and go there and be victorious on the day.
And what do you expect from the game? Do you expect another obviously tight game? Because at Reading obviously we lost 1-0 and then beat them 1-0 at home as well.
Yeah, I mean, not too often I can say this season we've comfortably beat teams, but also we did lose to a really good Reading side away from home. Unfortunately, we fell down to 10 men quite early on, which I think cost us the result, and we beat them 1-0 also in a really tight game. But they're a really good side, credit to them, and their manager, Jaap Stam, has also implemented a really good footballing style to them, which has really huge similarities to us, as David Wagner mentioned before. And it should be a really good footballing side, 2 teams that want to play in the right manner, that want to take the possession-based football and create and dominate. And I think it really comes down to who wants it more. In these types of games, I don't think it's all about 100% quality. I think it's about 100% commitment and desire. And I don't have any doubt that we have those attributes.
And the tickets for the final went on sale yesterday, and Huddersfield Town sold 20,000 tickets in one day, which is a club record. Really shows that everyone in the town is getting behind you.
Yeah, no, credit to them. Also, that's a big thank you to everyone who is coming out to support us, because they're spending their hard-earned money for expensive day down to Wembley to support us when they can watch it on telly. So it shows how much it means to them, but more importantly, we understand what it means to the town of Huddersfield.